Okay, this is a second video, and we're going to go through the scope of work and the details. So this should go fairly quick. Remember, we're doing 3 separate prices. In each area, Area 1, Area 2, and Area 3, there is asphalt, concrete, and there's striping. So we're going to look at area number 1. So the outlining of blue is all asphalt removal. Asphalt removal at 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. Asphalt removal, 3,375 square feet. And then for asphalt placement, I threw 4 inches in there, so that way we could make it 2% by 2%. And then we'd be able to taper off of that. So I threw in an extra 2 inches of asphalt just to make sure that we can get it at 2%. 3,375 square feet. Concrete removal. Concrete removal, based off the first video, it's all the sidewalk and curb. It's all monolithic right now. At least that's what it looked like. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Sidewalk removal is 1,895 square feet, 4-inch depth. Integral curb, where it says 18 by 8 inch. I have to assume that this whole storefront has integral curb that we'll have to rip out. And that footage is 138 lineal feet to remove. That 138 feet is an 18-inch by 8-inch curb. So it goes 18 inches deep. So placement of placement of concrete is 4-inch depth, 1,895 square feet. There's integral curb out in the front of the sidewalk. This curbing requires 2 number 4 epoxy coated rebar sticks to throw in there. So that integral curb, that's 18-inch by 8-inch, is 138 lineal feet. And here's the detail of that. Actually, that's not the integral curb. This is what the integral curb looks like. I said 18-inch, and I am sorry. That is incorrect. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I was right earlier. This is the integral curb, which is in front of the sidewalk. You got sidewalk here, and then you've got this thickened curb, which is about an 18-inch depth and then 8-inch at the base. And it asks for number 4 rebar, 2 sticks of that rebar. That means we'll have to do, for that 138 feet of integral curb, we got to do 276 feet of rebar. Then you've got vertical curb, which is on a planter. This vertical curb is 20 inches by 7 inches, and there's 18 feet of it. We'll also have to put 36 lineal feet of number 4 epoxy-coated rebar in it. So based on this picture, this purple right here is that curbing that we'd have to put in. So we have to remove that integral curb. We have to remove that vertical curb right here, which is 18 feet, and we need to put back 18 feet. So I put vertical curb R&R, 18 feet. There's the integral curb. That's 138 feet. That's remove and replace, by the way. Okay, that's what's in front of the sidewalk. And then that's the total amount of epoxy-coated rebar, the number 4 rebar. Within this area here is a curb ramp, or an ADA ramp. That ADA ramp has a 2x3 truncated dome. The dimensions on this ramp are already factored into this concrete, the 1,895 square feet. Okay. And here is the detail of that ramp with the ADA. Okay, for signage, there are 2 ADA signs on 10-foot Telspar posts. So there's 2 of those. We'll have to set those posts in when we go to do the concrete work. So the concrete guys will be setting these 2 ADA sign posts. The stripers will come back later and they'll put the actual sign panels on the posts. But concrete guys will put the actual posts in. So there's 2 total. One of those signs is an ADA van accessible. The other is a regular sign. And then there's a 12 by 6 inch penalty sign that we can throw in there. Okay. Adjust clean out. There's 1 each. That's this area that's on the concrete sidewalk. There you see in the pink. There's that little pink dot right there. And that's where we have to adjust the clean out. Here's the detail they gave. There's like this little cover, and there's a clean out adjustment. It says either adjust it by 1, removing the surrounding pavement, which in this case we're removing the concrete, and then you rotate the upper section, or number 2, you extend by using a threaded nipple segment that fits into the lower section and accepts the upper part. So the existing one that's out there, we just need to adjust it when we take the concrete out. And for the striping, we'll stripe back all the parking stalls at the storefront. There's 234 feet of 4-inch stripe, 50 feet of 4-inch crosshatch, and 2 ADA symbols. I wrote labor down, and I kind of looked at the Claremont Village job just to kind of compare notes. So for the asphalt work, it'd be 1 day times 6 guys. Concrete would be 3 days times 5 guys. And then the striping would be like a 4-hour day with 2 guys out there. Okay, so that's the price for Area 1. So now we're going to look at pricing for Area 2, which is right here. This Area 2, in the first video you saw, it was by the nail and salon place. It's by Comfort Dental, and it's by, I can't remember if that was BECU or what. Okay, so you can see the outlining in blue. That's all the asphalt area that we need to remove, this whole section. So all of this will come out. We'll end up restriping it. We'll end up removing all this concrete sidewalk in front of these 3 stores. We'll end up putting in a ramp right here, a concrete ramp for ADA access. And then we'll end up in this area, there's an actual mailbox kiosk and a couple bollards, I think. So we're probably going to have to work around those. And that mailbox kiosk might need to get reset unless we're able to cut around it and leave like a concrete block there. So as you can see on this drawing, it starts here, goes all the way, and then they show how it continues, you know, over this direction. That's what this is right here. So asphalt removal, 2.5-inch depth. You got 2,601 square feet. Asphalt placement, I bumped it up to 4-inch so that way we can transition, unless in case we have to build up the ADA area and then taper off of it. But 2,601 square feet of asphalt placement at 4-inch. Then you got concrete removal, which is 4-inch removal, 2,323 square feet, and then 4-inch concrete placement, 2,323 square feet. Here's the detail on the concrete. You can see where it says existing, they want proposed to be the same thing. So it's 4-inch concrete, and then it says 4 inches, minimum of 4 inches of aggregate base course required. Existing aggregate base course meeting material and compaction requirements to remain. So we don't really have to do any base work. If for some reason we do, we have to notify the customer right away while we're out there. Okay. All right, so then you got this integral curb. Okay? This integral curb is what is in front of the sidewalk. So we have to do R&R of this integral curb. Actually, no, we don't, because, well, yeah, we should probably factor that in. So removal of integral curb and placement of integral curb is 150 lineal feet. That's remove and replace. 18-inch depth, 8-inch wide. And then you've got, as far as placement goes, you got number 4 rebar inside the curb, 2 sticks of it, one on top of the other. So that means there's 300 lineal feet of number 4 rebar. All right, concrete ramp. I told you about the other ramps. There's the detail of the ramp that they want to have put in. But we do have one concrete ramp to put in, and a 2x3 truncated dome on top. Again, ADA signs on Telspar posts. The concrete crew will set those posts, but they're 10 foot long, and there's 2 of them. These are the sign panels that go on the posts. One regular ADA, one van ADA, and then a penalty sign that's a 12x6. The painting, you got 4-inch white line, which is 234 feet. You got crosshatch, that's 50 feet. And then you got 2 ADA symbols. Labor, I wrote down for labor, it'd be 1 day, 6 guys to do this 2,600 square feet. Concrete, I put 3 days, 5 guys. I think it was like 3 10-hour days. Striping, I put 4 hours, 2 guys, because it's not a lot of striping. Okay, so now we're going to look at Area 3. Area 3 is this tiny little piece that's over by Area 1. And what they're trying to do is potentially create a ramp here. So that's what you see at the end of Area 1. Over there, you'll see this ramp right here that they want to put in. Okay, so that means there's going to be some landscape restoration. There's going to be some more of the vertical curb out there. There's going to be an ADA ramp that comes up. There'll be a landing, and then it'll connect to the sidewalk. So according to that little area where they're trying to make access to get out onto the road, we've got 378 square feet of 2.5-inch depth asphalt removal, and then also 2.5-inch asphalt placement, 378 square feet. That's that area in blue out there on the street near the ADA ramp. Vertical curb. Vertical curb is that 20-inch by 7-inch curb that sits in front of the sidewalk. There's only 6 feet of that. Okay, that vertical curb right there, that's not in front of the sidewalk. That is one of the planters out there that needs to have a little bit of vertical curb, 20-inch by 7-inch, removed and replaced. That also will have some 4-inch epoxy-coated rebar, which I said there's 6 feet, but it's actually 12. Okay, now I just corrected it. So there's 12 feet of epoxy-coated rebar. That's what that curb is where the purple is out there in the front. So that'd be remove and replace. Then you've got some landscape to restore, about 90 square feet. That's the area in green. There's a concrete ramp, which that's included in the calculations. But we do need to add a 2x3 truncated dome. Asphalt, I put, could potentially do a hot patcher. I think it puts us right at about 5-6 tons. 2 guys, 2 hours probably would be all it would take to do this. Or maybe we put a minimum 4 hours on there for the asphalt work. Then concrete, it'd be a full 8 hours times 5 guys. That should do it for Area 3. So we need to get pricing put together for all 3 areas, budget numbers to send over to the customer, and hopefully we can be at around $96,000 or less for all this work.